Able to do that?
Yeah, I don't know what
Oh, I see
happened.
it. Webinar is streaming live on YouTube. We are live, my friend.
Yay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start. I got to find us first and all my little what screen? All right, ready?
I am ready.
Broadcast. Hello everyone. So we are live actually on YouTube as well as here on the Zoom webinar. Thank you
That's
very
so
much.
wild,
Yeah,
right?
thank you very much for everyone coming. And so this is just a free photo marketing webinar that my friend Rinat Halone Neal, love saying that. And I got it right too, right?
You got it right.
Yeah, I have like
Yes,
this last name dyslexia. So
I hear you. Me
I'm
too.
happy. I'm happy. And Renat is a professional photographer who has really designed a really nice program for small businesses and photo marketing, which is going to talk a little bit today more about pictures and why it's so important for your website and just in your best for your business in general. And then afterward, I'm going to give you a few little tips for social media that's going to help you take those pictures and use them in the best way. So, first of all, what I'd like to do is just kind of tell you a little bit about just a couple stats for why photos are so important for social media, and just to kind of give you a little bit more insight. Tweets with photos actually get 35% more engagement than those that don't. And for Twitter, there is a way that you can upload photos to a tweet. So just keep that in mind. And then Facebook for pictures, 37% more engagement on posts that you do. So just that little bit gives you more engagement, more exposure. And then the big one that I'm always talking to clients about is a Google My Business account. And that, if you have ever gone into your Google My Business page and look at the insights, they have a section in there that is just talking about photos. And it actually will compare your photos with your competitor. So it's kind of nice to see what your competitors are doing with photos. And it also gives you a quality. So it'll tell you the quality of your photos versus you and your competitor. So photos are very important for social media. And with that, I'm going to introduce Rinat and let her take it away.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself because I just gave your name.
Well, I will. I actually will in my presentation. So
Good.
I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. I love the stats that you gave. That's
Yeah.
perfect. And really a great lead in for what I'm going to talk about today because it really is about that. At the end of the day, it's about how are we using the photos that we have. Is it beneficial for us, or is it even hurting our business possibly? So let me go ahead and just share my screen here, and Jen, let me know when you can see my screen.
I see the screen and it says mistake number one, mistake
It
number two.
does. Here we go.
There we
Start
go.
right here. And
Better.
yep, and we are gonna get right into it actually, because that is the biggest thing, is the mistakes that we all are making on social media.
Yeah.
So but let me start from the top, and we're going to talk numbers today, which we basically just started. Jen just started talking numbers. Basically, what happens when I speak about this, every time I speak about this, I always think to myself, how am I going to convince people that are confident, strong business owners that better photographs are going to promote their business? How am I going to convince people? I mean, we're all photographers today, right? We all photograph all day. We know how to take pictures. We have our smartphones with the camera right on it. So this is something that is challenging for me to explain, and that is what I want to go into today. So first of all, let's talk about what makes me know better. And a little bit about me. First of all, you can see all my social media links and my website. So if you want to follow me, please go ahead and make note of that. I've been photographing. I've been a professional photographer for the past 20 years, photographing internationally for the past 20 years. So loving that. Recently, I've actually been also certified by the Professional Photography Organization of America, the PPA. So I'm very excited about this certification. And I was lucky enough that my work has been published in 3 continents, actually in magazines in 3 different continents, and that I was a Walt Disney Imagineers in-house photographer. So, you know, I had my dream job. Back in college, I did research and I wrote a thesis about the influence of photography on purchasing behavior. And I've been teaching photography for the past 8 years. And this picture on the screen, I love this picture.
I do too.
I call it the first selfie ever. This is in my back in my photography college days. We were assigned a view camera, this big camera, you know, that you go under the sheet to take the picture, and we were supposed to go outside and capture a beautiful portrait of someone. Well, it was Ohio. It was December. It was freezing cold, and no way I was going to go outside. So I actually went into the ladies' restroom in the photography department. And when I say that, you know, you can see this is the dispenser for the hand.
I was wondering if that's what that was.
That's what it is. And I literally photographed myself in the mirror, and that was my beautiful portrait. So yeah, I was a little bit too cold. But anyway, next to it is picture of the cover of the thesis that I wrote in college about the influence of photography on purchasing behavior. And then the next thing I wrote an instructional how-to book, how to photograph better. And it's called What's Wrong with My Camera? Because that's what most people say to me is, you know, what's wrong with my camera? I don't know why I'm not getting good pictures.
It's got to be the camera, right?
Not the camera, yeah. So let me save you the suspense, not the camera. So this book is available on Amazon, and I love this this array of pictures here is people that purchased the book or that I ran into them, and I love it that they send me pictures of themselves with the book. You know, yeah, that's really nice. I love that.
That's nice.
Yep. And also, it was 8 years ago that I realized that there was a need. There was a need in the market that small businesses were not connecting with their target audience online. We all went online. Big businesses had no issue with it, right? I mean, they have an advertising budget and a marketing department, but small businesses were not connecting with their target audience anymore. So, and that is what got me to create the photo marketing strategy system in hopes to help. Yeah. And since then, I've helped numerous small businesses. You're seeing here a few behind the scenes pictures, and then some pictures of the actual photo shoot. But I've been able to help small businesses worldwide connect with their target audiences using the photo marketing strategy system. And now I'm actually creating a certification course for professional photographers to teach them and to certify them how to become photo marketing strategy specialists, because my big dream is that every small business community around the world basically will have a photo marketing strategy specialist that can help them and basically provide a local alternative to using stock photos, which is mostly what they use. So going back to my point after this long introduction, we are all photographers, right? I love this picture.
I do too. Everyone's looking at a different thing.
This was taken during one of my photography classes, and I photographed it, and I looked at it later, and I was thinking, wow, this is pretty amazing. They all found something to photograph. That's right? Perfect. So we're all photographers today. We all photograph all day. So that makes us photographers, right?
Of course.
Right? Yep. That makes the pictures effective, right? Or does it? And that's the question. So, and that's what I want to answer today. Are the photographs that we're taking today and posting and all those photographs, are they effective? So because we're all business owners here, what I wanted to do is I wanted us all to go ahead and talk some numbers. So let's talk numbers here. And the first number I want to talk about is that according to statistics, in the last 5 years, we, the human race, created 90% of the content that has ever been created since the beginning of mankind.
Wow.
90%. That's amazing, right? That's so many pictures. It's a ton of pictures.
Yeah.
But do they work?
And that's only in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
That's not everything that we've taken
Exactly.
in the 70s when, when
right.
we were born and growing up.
Yeah, it just exploded in the last 5 years because we have the technology now. So we're all walking around clicking away, but the pictures that we're taking, are they effective? You know, do they work? What does a photograph need to work to get our attention? So a photograph needs value. It's got to have value. It needs to actually work. I say that my pictures for the photo marketing strategy, they have a job. They're beyond beautiful pictures. They literally have a job. They're supposed to connect with the target audience. It needs to move us to action. A good photograph moves us to action. It needs to make us want to know more about this photograph and what is the story behind it. Keyword, the story, because every good photograph has a story. It needs to connect us emotionally. Most pictures today don't have that value. They're just there. I call them placeholders because basically it's like, you know, when we eat a full bag of chips or we eat chocolate or whatever it is. So, you know, we ate the whole thing, but we're not really feeling good about it because it doesn't have nutritional value. So it's not giving us what we need. We still feel hungry. So it's the same concept. It literally is the same concept. It's just like a visual space holder. It doesn't do anything for us. So moving on with the numbers, the next number that I want to talk about is 94%. 94%. So research shows that content with compelling images is going to get 94% more total views on average than content without the compelling images. I mean, that's nearly 100%. That you know, I just it doesn't get any better than that. So basically, if you're posting anything without a compelling image, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So the next number we're going to talk about is this number, 67%. Research also shows that the image that creates a call to action for a potential customer is not just another pretty face. 67% of customers say that a clear, detailed image is more important than the text, if it's product information or whatever it is, because we're such a visual society nowadays, we hardly read anymore. So if we have a great, clear picture of the product or whatever it is, 67% said that is more important than the text. Next number we're going to talk about is 60%. 60% of consumers are inclined to select a business with images are inclined to select a business that has images in their online presence. So over half of potential customers that are looking to hire a new business are inclined to select a business that has images on their website, on their social media, whatever it is. So if you don't have images, you're losing 50% of the people, pretty much right there. And one final number, this is my favorite percentage, because this one came from my own research that I did in college, the thesis I was telling you about earlier, the thesis I wrote in college about the influence of photography on purchasing behavior. And from my research, what I found was that 85% of the participants in my research said that the photograph that I took for the purpose of the research gave them a positive feeling about the product. 85%. That's a lot of people. So Today, I want to share with you what are the three biggest photography mistakes, in my opinion, that small businesses are making on their website and social media. So you ready for that? We're going to dive right in. You ready, Jen?
I am.
So, and I will tell you right now, I'm using real website. I just, I marked off their contact info, but these are websites that I literally found online. So here we go.
And I've seen this, so I like this part.
It is. This one's fun. So here is mistake number one, confusing photographic message. There's two pictures here, right? There's two pictures. You see it? I'm not sure. Are you a big city lawyer? The picture on the top looks like very big city, just a lot of movement, kind of feels very digital. And the small town lawyer is on the bottom. The picture on the bottom looks very small town lawyer to me. I mean, it has a feeling to it of a small town, of a place that's homey and nice. So I'm confused here. Are you a big city lawyer? Are you a small town lawyer, right? So this is mistake number one, confusing photographic message. Mistake number two, irrelevant photographs. So let's go through this together. Why is there a woman screaming over here?
Yeah.
And what does the leaf have anything to do with it? What is this right by the leaf? And why is there a naked man in the tub? Did the truck bring the naked man over? I mean, I have no idea. These are irrelevant photographs to their message. I couldn't tell you what exactly they are selling from these pictures. I have no idea what's happening here. And mistake number three, TMI. TMI.
This is the one that hurts me.
Yeah, this one's my favorite. So too much information, too much photography information. And I literally do not know where to start here. I mean, I don't know where to start. I don't know if they're giving away a house, if this woman's getting Botox, who is this woman? I don't know what's happening here. And FYI, if you see on the top here, this website is for inner balance. Inner balance. Yeah. I don't think so. So that is, in my opinion, the three biggest photography mistakes made today by small businesses and organizations' websites. And my grandfather used to say about things such as this, oi. He used to say oi. And that, yeah, that's kind of, the best thing that I can say about it, oi. So 8 years ago, I moved somewhere new. And this is the picture that started it all for me, that helped me created the photo marketing strategy, because I moved to a new city and I looked for new services. I looked for an accountant, for a lawyer, for a dentist, a doctor, all the new services you look for when you move somewhere new. And my friends told me about who I should go see. And what's the first thing that you do after somebody refers someone to you?
You look online to see.
You look on Google, right? You look online. You can look up their website. But I don't know what was going on at that region at that day and time, but everybody was using one version or another of the kid with the painted hands photo. And I think after like the fourth or fifth website, I just sat there and said to myself, oh my God, who are you? Why should I use you? I mean,
I guarantee you they all had the same web designer.
I wonder if that was the case.
Yeah, probably. And that says something too.
That does say something. Exactly. That is true. Yeah. And basically these pictures, I realized at that moment 8 years ago, I have no idea who these people are that I want to use, that I want to trust with, my money, with whatever my needs are, right? So I need to know who they are, because we do business with people we know, like, and trust. Yeah. Warren Buffett said that. So I realized that there was a need there. We all used stock photos because that's all that was available. And I call stock photos, like I said, placeholders or visual white noise, because they're beautiful, but they don't work. They don't do anything for us. Yeah, they don't connect us emotionally. So they don't tell the story. And worse than that, by the way, research that I read shows that if a potential customer lands on your website and sees a stock photo that they associate with another company they had a bad experience with before, now they're going to associate that bad experience with you and your business. even though it had
Yeah.
nothing to do with it. Yeah, just because of the photograph.
I
So,
can see that. I can definitely see that.
right? How crazy is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So obviously a photograph evokes emotions, and in this case, the emotions that it evokes is not working in your favor at all. So
Yeah.
you got to think about all this. So I realized that there was a need in the market to help small and medium-sized businesses that lost their voice. And I created a photo marketing strategy system. Like I said, big businesses have no problem. They have the marketing budget, they have an advertising budget, they have a team,
Yeah.
associated with it. I mean, McDonald's puts an ad out of a child eating French fries and we're all sobbing and, we need tissues. They know how to touch our emotions, right? But small business,
Yes, they do.
yep, we kind of lost that. So, and it is very, very important because, again, to quote Warren Buffett, we do business with people we know, like, and trust. So
Mhm.
that man knows a thing or two about business, I would say, right?
Yes.
So the photo marketing strategy is designed to create an effective and relevant images that would attract the target audience and connect them emotionally. So this is Allie. This is a great example for me. This is Allie. Allie, her and her fiance, Zach, they opened a gym together. And 8 months later, Zach passed away unexpectedly. When I met Allie, it was
Sad.
months. Yep, it was 6 months after Zach's death, and she decided to keep going with the gym, and she needed photos for her advertising and marketing. And this is one of the shots that I created for her. And when I interviewed Allie, she told me that she felt like Zach was always with her. And that made me think of our shadow. Our shadow is always with us. So we created, as you can see in the picture, we created Zach's shadow in the studio behind Allie posing in the studio. So
I
we
love that.
someone, thank you. Yeah, we actually got someone that looks like Zach. This looks like Zach's shadow.
No.
So now tell me that this photo is not a conversation starter.
Yeah, well,
Business.
yeah, exactly. And I'm sure this told with this picture, they told the story in writing. And so now it's even more emotionally um present for you to look at this and really see that shadow, because at first you may not if you're
Right.
not paying attention,
Exactly.
but as you read it, then you look and you're like, oh, you
Mhm.
have that emotion for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And this photo now opens the door for Allie to share her story with a potential client.
Exactly.
Right. And
Yep.
once she shares the story with a potential client, she's giving that potential client a chance to get to know, like, and trust her.
Yeah.
And hopefully use her services. Right.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yep. So that is
Storytelling.
storytelling is huge, absolutely, but you got to know what you're telling.
Mhm.
It has to be the right story for your target
Exactly.
audience. Yeah. So here's another one. Here's another
I
story,
love
very
this one.
different. Yeah, I captured this one for Bice Italian restaurant. Have you ever been there yet, Jen?
I have not.
You have got to go. You've got to go.
Okay,
Oh
we'll
my
try.
God. Yes. So they make their pasta in-house. And if
Oh,
you landed on their website and you saw this shot, it would convey to you the value that Bice Restaurant are proud of representing. They're serving amazing food made from scratch.
yeah.
And wouldn't this make you basically pick up the phone and make a reservation?
Yeah, especially, for social media, I would use this and say, guess what we're making right now for you.
There you go.
So
Exactly.
yeah. Excuse me.
So, and that, again, that's the point. The photo for the photo marketing strategy, they're beyond pretty pictures. They're supposed to work. They're supposed to have, they have a job. They're supposed to create a call to action. So these shots are supposed to convert a potential client to a paying customer. So much thought and so much work is put into deciding what to photograph, right? Before we ever photograph. I don't just walk in and take a pretty picture. There's a whole process behind it. And that's a very big part of the photo marketing strategy system. So I want to show you one more example, and let's see if you can guess what this business is.
I'm
So
gonna I'm going to go, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm going to go with chiropractor.
Yep, that is a chiropractor. That is correct. So, and the client
Yeah,
in
for
this
other
shot
people.
with Dr. Palmer represents his target audience. That's why we have him in there, right?
Yeah.
And there's a reason. So, and at the end of the day, this is, the main shot that I created for Dr. Palmer, who's an amazing chiropractor. But at the end of the day, the photo marketing strategy client receives not just a one great shot, but a whole bank of images. They own
Right.
the rights to the images, and they have shared copyrights with them. They can use them on social media and for their advertising and marketing to connect with their target audience and convert them into paying clients. So in this, you're looking at some of Dr. Palmer's personalized image bank.
Yep. And you had really good results with this too, from talking with you on this one.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's so beside himself happy
Yep.
with all these pictures. I mean, he just cannot stop talking about it. So yep, I think he's reviews. He gave me reviews for the photo marketing strategy on every aspect. I have it in writing. I have it on the Google, the Google reviews. I have it on Facebook. He just went everywhere and basically said how happy he is. So
Yeah.
yeah. And I want to give you one more example here because this one is really, really fun. So Trinity Constructions, what they do is they make these huge metal cages that you put in the ground that the huge street light posts go in.
Okay.
That's what they do, right? And
Yep.
when they contacted me, they're like, what are you going to photograph? We make
Right.
metal cages. And I said, well, that's exactly what we're going to find out. So they truly had no idea. They could not imagine what I was going to photograph. And that happens with many of my clients. And that's perfect, because that's my job. And that's why I created the system. Through the system, we figure out what to photograph. And in Trinity Constructions, they got to share the story of Trinity Construction online with their target audience. They get to convey how it feels to work with Trinity Constructions through these relevant and engaging photographs.
Yeah. I love these because showing staff is so important to businesses.
And the real people, the real
Yes.
people, not, I actually worked with a client. She's like she's my poster child. Her headshot was a stock photo until we worked together. Yeah, it wasn't even.
I remember I have clients that just refuse sometimes.
Yeah, that's my point. We got to show who is
the realness.
Yeah, we got to show realness, definitely. So, so this, like I said, is Trinity Construction, and we figured out what to photograph through using the photo marketing strategy system. And I'm just, you can tell, I'm sure I'm very passionate about this.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful that it works, and knowing that I can help small businesses grow their revenue thanks to the fact that these pictures actually connect with the target audience and create a call to action, and they convert into becoming a client. So
let me tell you, once a company has things like this on their site, we will, as a social media company, these pictures will be put out to social media sites as well. So yes, it may be a one-time thing to hire a photographer, but this type of work and investment in your business has longer uses. And that's the main thing.
Yeah, it really does. And I keep saying we're such a visual society today. Let's put these visuals to good use. Let's use them to grow our business. That's what I want us to do. So, as a matter of fact, like I said, I believe in this concept so much of the photo marketing strategy that I created a free ebook for you all to download. Anybody can download it. This ebook is going to give you 5 strategies to improve your visual brand and attract your clients now, attract your target clients now. And you're going to learn in this free ebook why your visual brand is so important. You're going to learn how to create a call to action with your target client. You're going to learn when is the time to create your small business visual brand. When is huge, when to do it. And you're going to learn how to create your visual brand that is engaging and effective. So like I said, it's free. So, just go ahead and download it. Let me show you where. On my website, if you go on my website on rinathalon.com, this is the main page of my website, the photo marketing strategy that I have circled. If you click on that, on the photo marketing strategy, it's going to take you to this page. And right here, I have the free ebook circled. So you can go ahead and just click download and get that.
We'll follow up with all the links too,
Yeah.
in an email to everybody, because I have some too.
Yeah, exactly. And a couple more things with that. If anything that I said today or that I showed in this presentation touched you, anything that you saw today made you think about the photos that you have on your website and social media, and got you thinking about how these represent you, and you want to know more about the photo marketing strategy system, I'm giving away today a free photo marketing strategy consultation. So I want to show you, we're going to have the links, I know, but I do want to show you just where to sign up for that.
Yeah.
And before I say thank you, and actually I'm now realizing my thank you slide is up next, and apparently it got confused. So if you want my social media links, they're right here. May as well get those again. And then on the same page, you're under photo marketing strategy in my website. On the top right, you can book your free consultation if you're a small business. I'd love to chat with you, see your website, see what you got going, and see if I can help. And then if you're a photographer and you're looking to grow your business and help small businesses grow their businesses, check out the photo marketing strategy certification bootcamp, because I'm working on creating one. And these are going to be very small boot camps. It's going to be top 10 people, and I'm going to teach you the whole system behind the scenes, because I'm actually, Jen, I'm really excited, because when I started this 8 years ago, everybody was looking at me like, what are you talking about? And now I'm hearing conversations with photographers and professional photographers about how important branding is and how important it is to get great shots for a website. So it's starting to get out there, which I'm so grateful for. Now I'm ready to teach the system, so you know what to photograph again, so it goes beyond pretty pictures. So if that's something that interests you, reach out and let's talk about this. And I have my presentation done, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen, Jen, if that's okay.
No, please do, and then it'll go back to just us.
All right, here we go. So I think we're good here.
Yeah. So thank you so much. That is, that's a lot, but it's really good, because I think as social media is growing and as the internet is growing and as businesses realize how important that is for their business, not just the offline things, but the online things, that evolution for them and that understanding is so important.
I do want to say one thing about that. Good point. Thank you for reminding me. When I talk to small businesses, many times what they say to me is, we get all our business through referrals, which we do as small businesses. That is true. If the system is working well for us, we get our businesses through referrals, no question. But what I say to them when they tell me that, I'm going back to what I've said already in this webinar. What is the first thing we do when somebody gives us a referral?
I always look.
Go online and check them out.
I Google them.
Yeah, you got to go online and check them out. And with all due respect, if I go on there and I don't see anything I connect with, I have a perfect example. Somebody just gave me an amazing referral for a vendor to use. Mm-hmm. I mean, the referral talked this person up and down amazingly. I mean, you got to use her, right? Went on her website, saw the pictures on there. Nope, it doesn't work for me. Yeah. I'm not going to use her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think too, I know when I was doing my own research for an accountant, I didn't have a referral and wanted to research on my own because I felt a person who was online and doing it as an accountant would understand what my business is, obviously. And so really that was and it was a challenge, let me tell you. It was a challenge. It took me a long time to find someone, but it was her reviews and the wording and her personal pictures that made me connect to her and realize this woman this woman is going to understand what I do and understand me and my business and how it grows, because it is different than most.
I agree.
So yeah, 100%. But
Mhm.
one of the things that I wanted to, and thank you, by the way, we're going to follow up with emails and contact and everything too. So if you are, driving or somewhere where you don't have a pen and paper, that's fine. We'll follow up. But one of the things that I wanted to leave everybody with is two things that just to kind of further promote how pictures are so important. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here if I can get control back for a moment. And, some people know about this, some people don't. And I'm going to share my screen. One of the sites that I absolutely love, and can everybody see the screen here?
I can see it.
Yeah. This is Canva, and canva.com has a really great platform that helps businesses who have pictures and maybe you want to put wording on it. Or in my case, I like to put my logo on pictures that I've taken, and I like to watermark them. I like to put my website on them. I've had people take just my little old self pictures off of social sites, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So now I'm even more aware that I need to put my website, on there, whatever.
Yep.
But canva.com, I think, I know I've been a member for a long time, but it is $12.95 a month, which isn't horribly bad for a fee. And they have the templates for you. So basically all you do is you select it, a template, like let's say you want to do an Instagram post, and this white space is where you just literally, and this is one of Rinat's pictures, you literally just make sure that the photo fits within that white space, and that's the actual size that an Instagram photo needs to be. So again, canva.com, if you pay, you get many more templates. There's a free version and it gives you limited templates that you can use. But I have found that having it for Pinterest, it just makes my life so much easier, especially when you're creating content for so many different types of platforms. So I wanted to share that with everybody. And then the last thing is, once you do create it, and if you're starting to work with Facebook ads specifically, and actually ads, and also even just your Facebook posts, if you have too much text, that organic reach is significantly less. So there's a couple of things. If it's too much text, Facebook will not run it in the ad, and you're going to be paying for nothing. And it won't get organic reach. So really all the time that you've spent and the money you've spent is kind of wasted. So it's really, really great to optimize those pictures. And I think, Rinat, you said that, I hope I have my stats right, 67% said that clear photos were more important than text.
Yeah.
I think it was a 64 or 67. I can't read my writing.
I had 64 and 67. It just depends, what we're talking about. I
think it was the clear pictures.
Uh-huh.
And then 60% selected a business based on those pictures. So really it's the picture, not the text. Yeah. And so I created just two different examples here. Hopefully you can see my Facebook. Facebook has this overlay tester, I guess I would call it. And you can upload a picture to it and it will tell you if there's too much text or if it's okay. So you can see here that I've taken a photo where I've just put in a logo, because a logo, if you have words, that's considered text, and kind of run that through to see what that was. And they say about 20% is good for photos. And for me, I'm not a graphic designer. I don't know what 20% looks like. So this kind of helps me judge. And then you can see here, I did a graphic that is nothing but text. And obviously it's saying here, your ad may not run. So this just kind of gives you a really good example of the two that works. And I'll put this link in the email as well so that you guys can test that out. And I would suggest that even in your posts, until you get good at judging what 20% text looks like, you know, you can go ahead and use this. And eventually you're going to know because the more you do it. But so those were just the two sites that I wanted to share with everyone. And if anyone has any questions, you can, of course, leave it in the chat or reach out to us in our follow-up email. Both of us will be happy to answer anything.
Yep.
Do you have anything more?
Website. I'm loving that website you shared. What was it called again?
Which one? Both of them, or
first one?
The first one was Canva, canva.com.
Love it.
Yeah. And there's lots of features on there, especially if you're going to go for print. So if you've done a picture and a graphic, you can use that same thing for like letterhead, things of that nature. It's actually a time saver, complete time saver. So
love it.
Any other questions? No? All right. Anything else you want to leave us with?
I think I'll say one last thing about this. So when we run a business, it's always so difficult to decide, I'm talking from my experience as well. It's always so difficult to decide what needs to get done first, where to spend your business dollars and what needs to get done first. So what I do for that to get clarity is I sit down and I literally write down like everything that I'm like, oh, I can spend money on this, on this, on this, and that, right? I write down everything. And then I literally start to number them, like everything that's a number one that I should do right now, I number them. And I tell my clients all this. And then, number two, what can wait, a couple months, right? And I do that. And I'm saying this because it almost seems like, oh, I'll do pictures later. I don't need pictures right now. I'll do it later. Pictures literally will change the revenue for you. Yeah. So, it probably should be a number one item.
Well, and it goes back to the website, because honestly, even when we do social media campaigns, it's kind of like marketing a product that isn't very good. If the product's not good, no matter how much marketing you put on it, it's not going to be good either. And so we always look at the website before we take on a social media client, because obviously that goes hand in hand. So if the website and the pictures and the look and the feel is not really something that we can work with, we were not even able to take a client. So it is very important for your business. Yep. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. And again, we'll reach out to everyone that's been on this. Otherwise, we'll leave the contact. If you're on YouTube, we'll leave the contact information that you can reach out to us in the description. Yes. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.